Namaskar.
Namaskar, Didi. So tell us your story. How did you get involved with Ananda Marga, and when and why did it happen?
Yeah. So I have a long journey looking for spirituality. I went to travel 8 months also without any money, without anything, to an unknown place, just to know if that was really God. No, because I feel some special force in the nature, but I was not sure, is this God, is God existing? I was atheist because religion, I didn't believe God. But then in that traveling, everything was very special, very perfect. It's like God was telling, I'm here. Anytime I feel hungry, the food will come. Anytime I feel sleep, the proper place to sleep will come. Sometime in the nature, sometime in the richest person in the town, sometime in the poorest person in the town. And it helped me also to feel a link with the people, because I was in an unknown place in the north of Brazil. And I feel just like everybody is my family, rich, poor, there is no barrier, I feel just one big family. So that feeling was there. And then I used to walk alone in the nature. Sometimes in the night, I go through the beach. And then also I feel that I'm not alone. And I didn't feel any fear because I felt there is some special force. This force is not the universe, it's not like the nature. It's a consciousness, and with so much love, I could feel so much protection. So then I realized there is God, but how to reach him? That was my big question, because I wanted to touch him, I want to know him. Actually, I feel the desire to be one with him. And at the end of these 8 months, that desire become unbearable. So I go back home, and I found my cupboard full of clothes and full of unnecessary things. I was so happy 8 months just with this 1-2 clothes.
Where is home?
So sorry?
Where is home? You said you
São
went...
Paulo is south of Brazil, more for the south of Brazil is very big, I went to the north first. That was 2000. And then when I returned, I was looking for yoga actually, because it came in my mind that I have to do yoga, no?
Yeah.
So I don't know, all the yoga place I go is very superficial, and I didn't know what's yoga, but I feel this is not yoga, what these people is doing, so much full of ego. And I look for many places, and Ananda Marga was not showing to me. It's only after a lot of suffering, I can say that I went to the darkest side of my life, Then I got ready to do big renouncements, that I was very attached with my father, and he's materialist. So I didn't want also to say I believe in God. So I have to give up that mundane, very strong, I think, from life's attachment. And immediately I did it, Ananda Marga appeared immediately. So when I went to the Ananda Marga Center, then I felt a little bit fear that, maybe I do something against Jesus because I grew up with Jesus Christ. But I stopped walk when that doubt come. I say, God, I'm here for you only. So you have to reply me. Is this the correct place for me? Or I'm going against you? So the answer comes with so much love. It's like, the fisherman catching the fish. I just feel somebody catch my heart with so much love, like so much love, and say, here is your place, And then when I come out of the field, I'm there a long time, long time. But I was just new. It was very special for me. So that time I realized if you ask God sincerely, He always will answer you. Yeah.
So He answered you, and
But I have.
what was the initiation?
Sorry?
How did you feel after initiation?
You see, I was doing meditation 6 months without meditation, without mantra, because the Didi was not around. So also, even finding Ananda Marga, and I found that that was my home, my ego was feeling some dangers that it will change. I'm going to become a better person, but I'm going to be different. So that fear of being different make me a little bit reluctant. And I tried to go to another spiritual group, you see. So when I come to try to go to another spiritual group, it's like the universe is against me, no buzz is stopping, So I go to Ananda Marga. There was a Dada Deepa Gyanananda. He was from New Zealand. He was just like Jesus Christ, very peaceful. And he was giving class for the new people. So when I was entering, he was telling that, he was saying that, you cannot be with if you want to cross a river, to reach the other side of the river, you have to choose one boat. You cannot put your leg in this boat, another leg in this boat. You say, I like this boat, I also like this boat. No, you have to get one boat and choose and go, to cross the river. But at that time, because I'm a little bit afraid from changing, so I tell in my mind that my boat is not Ananda Marga. But then Dada look at me, I talk in my mind, but Dada look at me and he said, you don't worry that the path choose you. It's not you that choose the path. And it's true. Because from the beginning already, when I do kirtan, I can feel I'm going to be renunciant. I'm already a renunciant. So I was 6 months practicing Baba Nankavalam meditation. And I have a very strong experience. In my culture from Brazil, I don't have a guru. We don't talk about guru now, different Brazil, but at that time, we don't understand this thing about guru. So I see Baba photo in the Jagrit. I love Baba Nankavalam, but I feel Baba just old man, I don't feel any relation. But in one of these meditations with Baba Nankavalam, and I saw all the universe, and I was very curious to know what's the source of the universe. So I make a huge effort to go concentrate and see what is the source from where all the planets, the stars are coming. And then the same photo that's in the Jagrit, that Baba is laughing, a little bit the eye half closed like this, with the glass and garlands. He is wearing orange. That photo I see. And all the planets, the stars are coming from his laughing only. So I realized that, the universe is just a cosmic joke. We get so worried, but he's just playing. And I also felt he's my guru, that time, just without any mantra, anything, just by attraction. I feel Baba is my guru. I was so happy. I was dancing, and even my father is a materialist, but I started dancing with him also, and he also started dancing with me, and I said, I have a guru, and he was happy also. Yeah, then when I went to get initiation, already 6 months passed, and I was very extroverted. So I was deciding, should I go to this initiation? I didn't like anything that bind me. I like to be free. And I was already experienced so many nice things with Baba Nankavalam. But somehow I knocked the door of the Didi on the appointed time for initiation. And she was waiting for me. She was Didi Sutapa at that time. And when she opened the door, I immediately entered in another stage of mind. And they are not in these words again. Everything was like energy. And I cannot talk. I just listen. And she explained everything. I'm just absorbing in another plan, not in this mundane plan. And then, so they didn't ask me if I want a Sanskrit name. And I was very attached with my name. But that time I feel my heart wanted. So I said, yes. And she gave me my name and asked her how she know it. And then she showed the Baba photo. Yeah. That was my initiation. But I already was doing meditation 4 times a day before initiation.
So after that, how long before you decided to become a Didi, and what motivated you to become a Didi?
Yeah, actually, I didn't have a choice. Anytime I do kirtan, I feel already I'm bounded to be a Didi. But I didn't want to enter the organization because Brazilian like freedom, no discipline, you know? If I be a Didi, any place I'm going, I have to inform high authority. So I didn't even inform my parents where I'm going. So I just want to be volunteer. So I started going different projects of Anandagunamaya. I went to Didi Mitra. I work in the school. Then I realized that I have a very strong connection to children. I didn't know that. And afterwards, I helped to open a school in Rio de Janeiro, Petrópolis, with Shantmaya and Vimala. Very nice school. I like this in the education already. And after more or less 1 year, then I realized that my freedom will be entering in the organization completely. Yeah, my freedom is not more. I changed my understanding of freedom now. That before I think freedom, you don't need to tell anyone where I'm going. But now understanding my freedom is following the rules, regulations, being a soldier for the organization. That was my freedom. So I just follow my heart. Then in 2003, I went to LFT training in Paraguay. Yeah. 3 years I work in Paraguay by His grace.
As an LFT?
Yes, it was very strong training.
When did you become
my Didi?
When did you become a whole timer?
Just after 3 years, because moment I met Anandagunamaya is like already, you know. But I went to training center 2007. Then after 3 years, 2010, I got the official achareship, the oath.
So where did you do
and that was posted in Ghana.
Where did you do
in
your
Africa.
training? For how long did the training last for?
It was in Sweden, and it was 3 years. It's really special. When I look back, it looked like not real. It was very magical. The environment is very introversive because the cold weather. Our trainer was Dada Shivanandaji. It was very inspiring here also in education, no?
Yeah.
And 3 years total, very blissful. But then I got ready to work. Actually, you know, from 15 years old, I have that desire to work in Africa to help the children, but I thought that was crazy, you know, so I forgot about it. But when I got my posting, my first posting in 2010, and then I went to notice Africa, then resonated with that old desire from when I was 15 years old in my heart. And I thought, wow, I forgot it, but Baba still remember. So he's giving me opportunity very big, you know, because it's a very needy place. So if he's choosing me to be there, it's really great. So I was kind of crying. I got very emotional when I got my posting. Yeah, Anandagunamaya.
So you enjoyed working in Africa?
Yes, I enjoy a lot. Everyday challenge. If I not say every minute challenge, but I realized that it helped me a lot to come close to God. That's why I enjoy. One is that they need service there, mostly physical service, basic needs, and then education. I don't have much time to do much interest. So somehow I don't know what Baba did, but I feel very positive in the sense that I have plans always for many projects for the future, but somehow I'm not attached with the results. It's a very special feeling, you know? So it's like I keep optimistic, but at the same time, I don't feel I'm, holding it like before and watching what's happening. No, I just let it flow and, enjoy his lila. Everything happened. I try to see his hand, what he's trying to do. Sometimes maybe he just tries to confuse me, and then I can surrender. So it's very great thing for me to reach this point, that I don't feel too much attachment with the fruit of action, but still I'll do what I have to do. I still will build what I have to build, but up to him, it's up to him. So it's most what become my life in external world is about I'm getting closer to him. Like that.
And what are you doing now, Didi? What work are you doing?
Yeah. Yes, I am still in the same work. No, many things. I'm mostly in education. I love it. And studying practice in training center very deeply, I realized for me is education that can be how can make the ground for proud is education. So I try to learn maximum how to give it. Follow my intuition also how to give education in the way that the children you develop all this moral courage and the discernment, not telling them this is wrong or this is right, but that you learn how to hear the inner voice. So it's very subtle and very special. And I see many ways to apply it. When I do it, the children, I see so much results. Yeah, I feel very happy. Even the teachers get very inspired by this kind of education. More artistic also, more playful, more interactive, Yes, I think I'm happy to be dealing with education. I feel I'm doing something.
Which country or sector are you working in?
The projects are in Ghana, although I'm posted in West Africa, I'm mostly in Ghana because there is the new school, primary school, hoping to open this year. And then the children home, and then also there is preschool. And I do a lot of relief work in the village that I like very much, to distribute clothes, food, and talk with them about nutrition, So there is a lot of things to do that. And always I look for volunteer also.
Well, Didi, thank you very much for sharing your experiences with us. It's very inspiring.
Thank you for the opportunity. Namaskar.
Namaskar.